this is Benjamin, Corporate Trainings KE. Welcome on board. Today we are talking about a very insightful topic. We are talking how do you conduct yourself in an interview panel. As always, if you are new here, consider subscribing so that you get notified when we release these insightful videos. So today we are talking about, you start the whole application process, looking for a job, you finish the school, and you get this opportunity and you're called in to attend a panel interview. How do you conduct yourself? First of all, do your research well. Before you come to the interview, get to know the company that you're going to interview for. Get to understand the role that you're also interviewing for. If you're a beginner in your job, you're trying to start out, any role that you're interviewing for, you need to know the role in and out. Know also some basic terms that are used in that field. If you're an accountant, probably debit and credit might apply. If you're in customer service, probably there are some terms, empathetic, customer experience that are used in that field. So ensure that you are conversant with the language of the job, and ensure that you do as much research as you can to ensure that you know the job description at stake, so that you might not be articulating yourself in some aspect, and probably the employer needed another way of doing things. So understand the job description. Ensure that you are able to understand what each and every item listed on the job description takes out of you. What do you need to do to be able to answer and articulate yourself well? Again, on the day of the interview, ensure that you get to the venue on time. Last minute rush will always make you anxious. It will make you even forget to carry your items. Ensure that you've carried also your documents. Some panels want to see your original certificates. They want you to have a copy of your CV so that they are able to just ask questions from there, and just as you talk about probably your experience and your academics, then you have a reference point where you can say you've done this and this education, then you can substantiate that with a certificate. So time is of essence. Don't assume also when you get to the interview venue that it is your time to get into the panel and start doing the interview. But when you get there, always ensure that you notify the HR, so that they also don't assume you have not gotten there yet. You came and you've just been waiting outside. So notify the HR of your presence, but also stay at the waiting area and just wait for your turn to be called in. Again, where a lot of instances you see is there are more than one candidate who are seeking the same job opportunity. So if you are easy, you are not anxious, then you can also take that time to get to know your fellow competitors, or your fellow in the industry, your fellow candidates in the industry. It is a special opportunity to network with the people who work probably in the same industry like yourself. So get to know them. If they are willing to talk, have a conversation, because also it eases your nerves, But you get to have a nice conversation, get to know someone who is in the field that you're also interested in working with. And probably, who knows, if you get a job or they get the job, they can even be able to refer you to somewhere else. When it is your turn also to get to the interview panel, so be easy, be calm. Don't open the door with a bang, or bang the door and close the door, or bang the door and you're closing it up. Also, don't assume your sitting position. If it's a panel interview, probably they are scattered in the room, or they are sitting on a certain arrangement. Wait for the person that called you to direct you on your sitting location, because you can assume you're supposed to sit in a certain point. Probably the panel wanted you to sit in a different location so that they can have a proper setup. So wait for them to usher you. Start also by greeting them. It is an icebreaker. You break the ice by saying hello to the panelists and appreciating them for the opportunity to be able to be in their presence and just articulate yourself. So Take time also to answer the questions that are thrown your way. Yeah, so just be articulate, do the best. You have this one opportunity to make an impression, make a good impression about yourself. So articulate yourself, say things, just answer the questions to the best of your ability. Because anyway, that is you're trying to pitch for yourself. You are now the product that you're trying to sell. How do you sell it? Are you the best salesperson for yourself, or are you the worst person, or are you the worst salesperson for yourself? Again, some questions, you might not have immediate answers for them. So what you can do is to try to paraphrase the question so that it gives you a bit of time to be able to think through the question and give the best response. So as you paraphrase the question, you give yourself 1 or 2, 3 seconds to be able to understand the question, internalize, and give a good response about the question. When you're ending the interview, you have had a good time, you have been able to explain yourself, end the interview by appreciating the panel. Sometimes the panel will ask whether you have a question that you might want to ask. So if you have a question that relates to the job, you can ask. If you have a question probably that you need some clarification about, you can still ask. But also remember, there's also an opportunity to appreciate the panel for hosting you and giving you that opportunity, because that speaks to your attitude. It speaks to how you are able to conduct yourself in a nice and a friendly manner, and the type of a person you are, the type of a personality that you are willing to offer. Once you are done with the interview, then walk out of the interview in a gentle manner. Remember, if the door probably is closed, leave it as closed, but don't bang it. And then just walk out slowly in a gentle and a courteous way. As you walk out, appreciate the people that they've been hosting you, and hope to hear from them. Because you never know, you might be that one candidate they've been looking for. So I wish you the best as you attend those interview sessions. Carry yourself well and give the best pitch for yourself, and hope you'll be able to land that lucrative job. See you again. Bye.